In the history of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, or the OHA, the Montreal Junior Canadiens stand out for a number of reasons. Because they developed a lot of young players that, even though they never went on to major success in minor or major pro, they still left a lasting impression on the fans of the squad. Now, this guy had talent to burn, and was a key point to their back-to-back championships in the late 60s, early 70s. So today we're going to be talking about the curious case of the very talented Serge Lajeunesse. Now, Serge played with, again, two of the top teams in the history of what I call the Q or the OHA. Now, he first came to major prominence with the Montreal North Beavers of the Major Metro JHL with 10 points in 40 games, on defense, of course. Again, 69 and 70, two very strong seasons with the Junior Canadiens. He had 22 points in 54 games in 1969, but in the draft year he had 29 points in 54 games, where a lot of people believed his game improved because his penalty minutes, or bad penalty minutes, dropped by half. Now, the second consecutive Memorial Cup, again, was a hard time for any team to repeat. But Serge was kind of the unofficial, what I call, second defenseman, or the second pair as well, that kept the offensive side of the defense intact by protecting his own zone when needed to be. Now, he gave out a lot of big hits and had great intensity on the ice. Very similar to my distant cousin William Corey with the Vegas Golden Knights. Wasn't scared to give out a hit. Now, it eventually paid off for Lajeunesse, because, again, Detroit took him 12th overall in the 1970 draft. Now, he did start off in Detroit's farm team in Fort Worth of the CHL. He only played in 12 games before being brought up to help the Red Wings on November 12, 1970, against the St. Louis Blues. Now, it was hoped that his toughness and grit could make a difference with the struggling club, which featured such legends as Gordie Howe and Alec Delvecchio. And in the remaining 62 games of the season, he tacked on 55 penalty minutes, had 4 assists, and scored what would be his lone NHL goal. This was not, again, what the Wings were expecting. After the Wings failed to reach the playoffs again that year, Lajeunesse was reassessed and eventually sent back down to the minors. Now, the following season saw Lajeunesse bouncing back and forth in the Red Wings organization. He spent time with the Tidewater Wings of AHL in Fort Worth, while suiting up for 7 games in Detroit. Now, and finished the 72 season back in Fort Worth, where he helped with a short playoff run. He continued playing in the minor leagues with Tidewater, now renamed the Virginia Whigs, in 73, before being called back to Detroit to fill in for injuries. He played in 28 NHL games that year, and ended up with 1 assist to go with 26 penalty minutes. Now, the Red Wings, by this time, had gave up on Lajeunesse, and was traded on May 15, 73 to the Flyers for Rick Foley. He started off in the Flyers farm system, and he would retire there. Lajeunesse only saw action in 6 more NHL games with the Flyers the following two seasons, which also were when the Flyers won both Stanley Cup. And he also helped his NHL team, the Richmond Robins, reach the playoffs in 3 seasons between 74 and 76, but failed to help them get past the first round, and Lajeunesse eventually retired from hockey in 1976. Now, again, he was a Memorial Cup winner with Montreal 69-70, and an OHA All-Star second team selection in 69 and 70 against with Montreal, who at the time were the OHA. He did see practice time with the Flyers during its Cup run, but did not see any playoff action. Now, the big problem with Serge, he missed part of the 76 season, which damaged ligaments in his left hand. An injury suffered while he was playing for Richmond of AHL, which limited his productivity. He was also selected by the Nordiques in the 72 WHA draft, the first WHA draft in February 72, and he was also selected by the New York Golden Blades in the 73 WHA draft of established role players. Now, he did see some time at right wing after joining the Flyers for the 74 season, and his number with Philadelphia was number 23 at Flyers training camp in 75, but again, he did not make the NHL roster. So, not specifically a cup winner or double cup winner, but part of a Flyers team that was more than talented, and it just shows sometimes you're one step away from extremely big recognition at the national level. But played part of 5 NHL seasons, again 2 Memorial Cups as part of those Flyers teams that won back-to-back cups where he played in a regular season, and that alone, he's part of history. And for a 10-year major, junior, and pro career, like I said, nothing to sneeze at. Playing with Gordie Howe, Bobby Clark, all the top players. Richmond had a really, really strong team, a lot of fan base in the minor leagues, and again, he was a fan favorite wherever he went. Very genial guy, very good with the people, and like I said, Serge, with a little bit of luck, he'd be on a Stanley Cup. But just like Bill Lasuk, we talked about before in the previous podcast, timing is everything. That's the way it goes. Anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.